Hello. Where's your luggage?
I left it at the station. I walked up from Hazelmere.
Oh, and who's to fetch it?
Don't know, don't care. Providence, probably. If not, your mother will have it fetched.
Not her business, exactly, is it?
Of course not. That's why one loves her for doing it. Look here, chuck away your silly weekend novel and talk to a chap. After a week in that filthy office, my brain is simply blue moldy. Let's argue about something intellectual.
No. Now, seriously, Bunny, I've come down here for a pleasant weekend, and I'm not going to stand your confounded arguments. If you want to argue, get out of this and go over to the Congregationalist ministers. He's a nailer at arguing. He likes it.
You can't argue with a person when his livelihood depends on his not letting you convert him. And would you mind not calling me Bunny? My name is Bentley Summerhaze, which you please.
What's the matter with Bunny?
It puts me in a false position. Have you ever considered the fact that I was an afterthought?
An afterthought? What do you mean by that? No, stop. I don't want to know. It's only a dodge to start an argument.
Don't be afraid, it won't overtax your brain. My father was 44 when I was born.
Oh.
My mother was 41. There was 12 years between me and the next eldest. I was unexpected. I was probably unintentional. My brothers and sisters are not the least like me. They're the regular thing that you always get in the first batch from young parents. Quite pleasant, ordinary, do the regular thing sort. All body and no brains, like you.
Thank you.
Don't mention it, old chap. Now, I'm different. By the time I was born, the old couple knew something. So I came out all brains and no more body than is absolutely necessary. I am really a good deal older than you, though you were born 10 years sooner. Everybody feels that when they hear us talk. Consequently, though it's quite natural to hear me calling you Johnny, it sounds ridiculous and unbecoming for you to call me Bunny.
Does it? By George. You stop me doing it if you can. That's all.
If you go on doing it after I've asked you not, you'll feel an awful swine. At least, I should. But I suppose you're not so particular.
I'll tell you what it is, my boy. You want a good talking to, and I'm going to give it to you. If you think that because your father's a KCB and you want to marry my sister, you can make yourself as nasty as you please and say what you like, you're mistaken. Let me tell you that except Hypatia, not one person in this house is in favor of her marrying you, and I don't believe she's happy about it herself. The match isn't settled yet. Don't forget that. You're on trial in the office because the governor isn't giving his daughter money for an idle man to live on her. You're on trial here because my mother thinks a girl should know what a man is like in the house before she marries him. That's been going on for 2 months now. And what's the result? You've got yourself thoroughly disliked in the office, and you're getting yourself thoroughly disliked here, all through your bad manners and your conceit and the damned impudence you think clever.
That's enough, thank you. You don't suppose, I hope, that I should have come down if I had known that was how you all feel about me?
No, you don't run away. I'm going to have this out with you. Sit down. Do you hear? Yeah. That's the advantage of having more body than brains, you see. It enables me to teach you manners, and I'm going to do it, too. You're a spoiled young pup, and you need a jolly good licking, and if you're not careful, you'll get it. I'll see to that next time you call me a swine.
I didn't call you a swine, but you are a swine. You're a beast. You're a brute. You're a cat. You're a liar. You're a bully. I should like to wring your damn neck for you.
It, my son. Fighting isn't in your line. You're too small. You're too childish. I always suspected that your cleverness wouldn't come to very much when it was brought up against something solid, some decent chap's fist, for instance.
I hope your beastly fist may come up against a mad bull or a prize fighter's nose or something solider than me. I don't care about your fist, but if everybody here dislikes me, well, I don't care. I'm sorry I intruded. I didn't know. Swine.
All right, lad. All right, my lad, all right. Sling your mud as hard as you please. It won't stick to me. What I want to know is this. How is it that your father, who I suppose is the strongest man England has produced in our time,
You got that out of your halfpenny paper. A lot you know about him.
I don't set up to be able to do anything but admire him and appreciate him and be proud of him as an Englishman. If it wasn't for my respect for him, I wouldn't have stood your cheek for 2 days, let alone 2 months. But what I can't understand is why he didn't lick it out of you when you were a kid. For 25 years, he kept a place twice as big as England in order, a place full of seditious, coffee-colored heathens and pestilential white agitators in the middle of a lot of savage tribes. And yet he couldn't keep you in order. I don't set up to be half the man your father undoubtedly is, but by George, it's lucky for you, you were not my son. I don't hold with my father's views about corporal punishment being wrong. It's necessary for some people, and I'd have tried it on you until you first learned to howl and then to behave yourself.
Yes, behavior wouldn't come naturally to your son, would it?
Now you keep a civil tongue in your head. I'll stand none of your snobbery. I'm just as proud of Tarleton's underwear as you are of your father's title and his KCB and all the rest of it. My father began in a little hole of a shop in Leeds, no bigger than our pantry, down the passage there.
Oh, yes, I know. I've read it. The Romance of Business, or the Story of Tarleton's Underwear. Please take one. I took one the day after I first met Hypatia. I went and bought 6 unshrinkable vests for her sake.
Well, did they shrink?
Oh, don't be a fool.
Never mind whether I'm a fool or not. Did they shrink? That's the point. Were they worth the money?
I couldn't wear them. Do you think my skin's as thick as your customers' hides? I'd as soon have dressed myself in a nutmeg grater.
You know, pity your father didn't give you your thin skin a jolly good lacing with a cane.
Pity you haven't got more than one idea. If you want to know, they did try that on me once when I was a small kid. A silly governess did it. I yelled fit to bring down the house and went into convulsions and brain fever and that sort of thing for 3 weeks. So the old girl got the sack, and serve her right. After that, I was let do what I liked. My father didn't want me to grow up a broken-spirited spaniel, which is your idea of a man, I suppose.
Jolly good thing for you that my father made you come into the office and shew what you were made of. And it didn't come to much, let me tell you that. When the governor asked me where I thought we ought to put you, I said, make him the office boy. The governor said you were too green, and so you were.
I dare say. So would you be pretty green if you were shoved into my father's set? I picked up your silly business in a fortnight. You've been at it 10 years. You haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, don't talk rot, child. You know, you simply make me pity you.
Romance of business, indeed. The real romance of Tarleton's business is the story that you understand anything about it. You never could explain any mortal thing about it to me when I asked you. See what was done the last time. That was the beginning and the end of your wisdom. You're nothing but a turnspit.
A what?
A turnspit. If your father hadn't made a roasting jack for you to turn, you'd be earning 24 shillings a week behind a counter.
If you don't take that back and apologize for your bad manners, I'll give you as good a hiding as ever you have.
John's beating me!
Don't be a fool! Stop that noise, will you? I'm not going to touch you. Shh, shh.